I want to start by saying that the developments within the CBD in Cape Town over the last 15, 16, 17 years has been absolutely phenomenal. Thanks to people like Rob Kane and the Sid and everybody just coming together and making this place work. One still, however, has a couple of hot spots in the city of Cape Town where we feel a little bit unsafe. Long Street happens to be one of those hot spots at night. But I want to talk about another part of town now. Yesterday afternoon, part of the Cape Town CBD was brought to a standstill as an armed robbery ensued at the Cash Crusaders store on Strand Street. And if you've witnessed what happened there, etc., you'd like to call in, please give me a call. According to our reports, the suspects fled the scene with a cell phone and there were no injuries. Now, on the line to chat to us about what happened, we've got Sean Stegman. Sean, it's second time in 2 weeks. We better get you a chair here. Good having you on the show.
Yeah, not the greatest time to be talking to you, but thanks for having me on your show and good morning to your listeners.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then Janine Myberg, President of the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Janine, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Kina, and good morning to the listeners.
Now, Sean, let's start with you. I mean, as you said, not the nicest topic to be talking about. Absolutely not. The one good thing we can take away from this is that no one was killed or injured. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. But can you just run us through, based on what you know as the CEO, what actually happened?
Kina, three assailants, my understanding is one armed with a knife, one armed with a gun, entered the store at about 11:45. I happened to be in PE at the time, and I walked into the store in PE where the same franchisee who owns that store in Cape Town was just about on the phone with this armed robbery in progress. And the assailants, basically what happened is the manager, Nadine and Anthea, they and the assistant manager, basically then did the normal code A procedures that we have, is you activate the smoke cloak, you get the staff into a safe room. They did it exactly as they should have and by the book. And the smoke cloak, which is a massive investment that Cash Crusaders have made to the tune of 15 million rand in all of our stores, was the thing that saved the day. And it saved us many times before as well. 3 years ago, we were having armed robberies almost possibly one a month. And, we took a strategic decision then that crime is on the increase, and we are, we're a Cash Crusaders family. We look after our family. Our franchisees and their staff are part of our family, and it's our job to protect them. And in an increasing crime society, it's no point in sitting back and just saying, well, we can't do anything. We investigate the best technologies that are in the world. Smoke cloak is the best technology for this purpose. And, as the criminals heard the smoke cloak go off, it's a massive sound. It sounds like a hissing noise, but it's very, very loud. And it frightens them, first of all, the sound. The second thing is the smoke fills up. Within 10 seconds, you wouldn't see your hand in front of your face. And we have two in each store. Every store around the country has the same setup. And a criminal can't see. So a criminal doesn't want to be in a space when they are vulnerable. So they leave. They just run away. The problem yesterday was that because they had locked themselves in their room, which is the standard operating procedure, and no one could see into the store and the smoke wasn't clearing. And what we had done is we said to the armed response company and the alarm company, dump the smoke remotely as well, because we weren't sure if the smoke cloak had deployed as many times as we wanted. And now you've got this room full of smoke, or this store, and the police then, assumed the hijack, the hostage scenario, which I think is right for them to assume. If you can't see in, you have to take that position. And unfortunately, you had to wait for the smoke to clear before you could, and get the staff out before you could, see that there was no criminals in there. But we know that they leave straight away as soon as the smoke goes off. But we couldn't take the chance.
Have you had any feedback from the police? Obviously, it's of interest to find out exactly who those people were. I would imagine there were CCTV cameras, etc., and we need to collate all of this so we can catch them. Any?
Yes, we have CCTV. All of our stores have CCTV. We have quite an extensive armed sort of setup. We call it the defense hardening, and we hired a risk assessment company, about 2 years ago, at great cost as well, to do all these defense hardening mechanisms. So yes, there's CCTV, We have DVD drives that record for 30 days, and it's watermarked. It can be used in court. We have all of that.
Brilliant. I mean, the fact that you guys listen, it's a sad indictment that a business has to do this as part of the cause in South Africa, right? But it's part of it. It's the landscape on which we operate. But the fact that has actually saved lives, I've no doubt, or injury, is absolutely phenomenal. But, it raises the question. We're supposed to have the highest concentration of CCTV cameras in the city of Cape Town. We're supposed to be monitoring all of those. My question is, how safe is the city really? But Sean, we'll obviously keep an eye on this, and if there's an update, we'll obviously chat to you. We'll get that information from you. There's also an interesting Dutch company. I can't remember the name now. When that smoke goes off, they can clear smoke in a room within seconds by basically just sucking the smoke in and recirculating it and cleaning it. So it'd be interesting to see if they could work together with the smoke cloak, for example, to clear up a space and cause less confusion. But thank you so much for your time. Janine Myburgh, President of the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The city of Cape Town has done a phenomenal job in cleaning itself up and creating opportunities. But let's talk around business and safety in the CBD in particular. Just your take, because, I mean, your members operate in this particular space.
Yes, Kino, they regard themselves as being reasonably safe, but that's a relative statement. All businesses, however, are expected to take responsibility for the safety of their staff and their people going in. So it's exceptionally pleasing to hear what has been done by Cash Crusaders. It's unfortunate, and as you said, it is an indictment that is necessary. I do understand, however, from the city that these people were caught on camera approaching the shop, and that this footage has been given to the police.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what my concern is? It's the reaction to. So if we've got the CCID, the CID, and the CID doing some really great stuff. If something happens, the challenge is picking it up on a system, as they do in, I think, the C Point control room. They pick it up immediately. They should be communicating with everybody in and out. It's not as if, there's a quick getaway out of the city of Cape Town. And I personally feel those people should have been apprehended if an alarm was set early and people were monitoring that and there were a quicker response.
Yes, no, I agree, especially if the people were seen approaching. Why were they not seen if necessarily leaving? So, no, I agree that they should have been apprehended, but time is still short, and we are very impressed with the way the police handled the dealings. So, no, there's no disagreement here.
Absolutely. So, Janine, how long has crime been a concern, or has there been an increase in concern when it comes to crime within the CBD from the Chamber's perspective?
Yes, we are seeing it. First of all, we were exceptionally impressed with the turnaround of the city, as you mentioned, about 15 years ago. We were instrumental with the city. But it does appear that people are becoming more brazen, the thieves and the criminals, and there is an uptake. And it appears that, for example, this happened recently in Khayelitsha, this happened recently in Stickland. There is an uptake. We don't know if it's connected for the economic developments in society, but it is a challenge and people have to be vigilant.
Well, Janine Myburgh, thank you very much for your time. Always great chatting. The President of the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry right here in the Western Cape, obviously.